Welcome to my presentation for the CIT 230 Web Front-End Development class. My name is Caps Prestes, and the topic I chose to present to you is lazy loading image. Uh, let's start with the definition of lazy loading. What is lazy loading? It means uploading image to websites asynchronously. In other words, if users do not scroll down the page, the images at the bottom of the page will not be loaded. In this next slide, I'm going to show you why you should consider lazy loading images to your page. First, if your website uses JavaScript to display content or offers any kind of functionality to users, uploading scripts and programming language can be critical. Two, in a website with a significant number of images, lazy loading images could make the difference in order to keep the user on the web page. Using lazy loading images means bandwidth internet savings on devices with slow connections. Users with slow connections in remote or non-remote places will be grateful for that. And now, in this following slide, I'm going to show you the techniques to implement lazy loading images to your page. The first technique brings a proposition from a web developer called David Walsh. He proposed his own custom script for lazy loading images. As you can see here, he replaced this attribute here for this attribute here, src for data src. And then in his simplified way, he implemented the lazy loading in the markup. Let me just tell you something before talking about this slide here. An important observation for his CSS file in the slide before is that the image elements with the data src attribute are hidden. And talking about right now about this slide number 8, I will explain how the implementation of lazy loading behaves with JavaScript. This slide shows the process. JavaScript adds the src attribute to each image element and provides the value of their respective data src attribute. When the images are completely loaded, the script will remove the attribute data src from the image elements at the same time. And it is done in the file in the .js file. Now, the second technique, with the implementation of lazy loading, new solutions start to be presented. The web developer called Robin Osborne suggested a solution called the progressive enhancement for lazy loading images. His main advantage is to use lazy loading even if JavaScript is disabled or broken. I'd like you to go to his CodePen. I cannot open here. His CodePen. When you open this pen in your browser, you will check the markup code, and you can scroll down, and you see the images. That images load as soon as you scroll down. They don't load immediately, and what makes the CodePen very fast to open and access the information on it. Okay, I'd like you to please do that in your computers, and you have an idea how the lazy loading images can work. Next slide. In his blog, as you can see here, www.robinosborne.co.uk and the other details. You can find more details about this approach he made. Let's see here right now about the third technique. For this slide, I'm going to present lazy load XT jQuery plugin. It is quick and easy. And this plugin can do the heaviest job for you to implement lazy loading on your web page. As you can see here, there are two options. You can opt for a simplified version, as you can see in the first yellow line here, and you can opt for the more extended version for lazy loading images and videos, using the second line in yellow. And let me see here. On your web page, you can place one of the two examples mentioned before closing the markup code, as we are used to do on our pages, including the codes, including the .js files, and scripting at the end of the code. It is good. Okay, let me see here the following slide. You can let the plugin initialize by itself using this element here in yellow, as I am showing to you. And then for a full list of options and add-ons, you can visit his website in the github.com, and you can write the other details and learn a little bit more about this plugin. The fourth technique. For this slide, I'm going to present belazy.js, vanilla JavaScript plugin. Advantages about using that. Let me tell you before that it's another option for lazy loading images. It includes these advantages here. Let me check with you. Lightweight lazy loading image script, less than 1.2 kilobytes. You can have speed loading and save bandwidth, lazy loading and embedded and background images, lazy load all the SRC attributes, HTML videos, scripts, and Unity games, and support legacy browsers Explorer 7 and 8. And this is its basic implementation, as you can see here in this yellow line. To learn more about belazy and its available options, you can visit this website here, dimbror.dk/belazy/. And for the conclusion, that's it. With the definition and knowledge of the advantages for implementing lazy loading images, you can already have the necessary information to start experimenting and testing these elements in your projects. Please, I'd like you to test that CodePen so you can see how lazy loading image works in a web page. And my thanks at this moment go to Maria Antonietta Perna, CEO of the HTML CSS channel at the SitePoint website. Her article provided the basis for my presentation. Thank you very much.